Hello, how are you doing tonight? I'm Brillancefasho, and this is my story. If you're ready, listen closely. Hi. Tonight's story is based on a true story. It involves yours truly, myself. I call it the cry for help in the middle of the night. I've always been a fan of horror movies, even at a young age. Even when I was told not to watch them, I would still watch them. I've always liked um, vampires and um, goblins, ghosts, ghouls, and had a fascination with them as I was growing up. Fast forward to now. I've been fairly depressed for most of the year and haven't always had good days. Had a mixture of good and bad. Um, One particular week, I had really started to feel down, and it really started to affect me emotionally. It had gotten to the point to where I started kind of flipping out or tripping, as they may call it. Started seeing things, started hearing things, and stuff like that in my head, but actually seeing them. I started sleeping on the couch. When I was sleeping on the couch, I would have to have lights on, and that's the only way I could sleep like that. And I would have the TV going, the noise of the fan, and I would naturally just fall asleep. One particular week, I was asleep, fast asleep, and I had just finished eating dinner, and I had a little bit of company that night. I was fast asleep. The next thing I know, I heard footsteps. I heard my name called multiple times, and I was kind of disturbed by it. I didn't want to wake up. You know how you're really tired, you're exhausted, and it kind of annoys you if someone tries to wake you. Well, that's how I was feeling that night. And the voice just kept calling my name over and over, and I'm like this. I'm like, what? Yeah. And the next thing you know, I see this guy standing there in his boxers with a plate of food in his hand. And I open my eyes and I'm looking at him. And I'm wondering, how does he know my name and who is he? I assumed he was my company. And before my eyes, this person begins to disappear. Really slowly. It scared me so bad, I got up out of the couch immediately. And I went to my company. They were fast asleep, in bed, sleeping, just like nothing didn't happen. And I bought a chair back to the guest room my company was, and I stayed in there, and I refused to go back on the couch that same night because I was that afraid. The next day, I went to my doctor. I informed them about what happened, and the next thing you know, they wanted to increase my meds because they thought it was all in my head, but I had actually seen this person. I seen a ghost, and it freaked me out. I went back home that day, didn't see anything else for a couple of days, but it started getting trickier the nights of me sleeping on the couch. This particular night would be the most frightening night of my life. It was on the weekend. It was a Saturday. Earlier part of that day, I was busy and with family, friends, and evening came, and I went back to the couch and everything. This is the couch I went back to sleep on. I had prayed and read my Bible the night before, but this particular night, I was really, really tired. The TV was going as usual. The fan was on. I lay down on the couch and I drifted off fast asleep. All of a sudden, I began to feel slight hands upon my abdomen. I thought it was my company because I had company over. I thought maybe they were looking for something on the couch or trying to awake me. I began to slowly awake and my eyes remained half open, half closed, and I had the covers over my head. That particular time, I was so exhausted, I just let myself naturally fall the rest to sleep. I closed my eyes all the way. Next thing you know, the couch began to rock back and forth violently, and I began to scream out help as loud as I could. And I began to say, God, why? And the violent shaking continued. And then all of a sudden I said, help, God, help. And it stopped. I took a moment to pause. And I got up as fast as I could. I speeded off into the room where my company was. And my footsteps awoke my company instantly. And they were like, what's wrong with you? I was very shaky, very irritable, and very afraid. I'm not sure what I just experienced in that moment. I was taken aback, I was in shock, and I know that it had happened for real. I'm not crazy. To this day, I believe that I'm not crazy. And then I began to hear voices loudly, and they began to cry out to me and call my name. My company had no aware of what was going on inside of my head, and I was so afraid. I refused to go back into the front room on that couch, and that was the last straw. After that happened, I didn't sleep on that couch anymore that night, or any other night, and haven't since then. I believe that spirits, the dead, they walk the earth, and we don't even know. We can't see them, but I really believe that. I don't know what it was that rocked me on the couch, but I was very afraid. The next day, I told the doctor about what happened, and they didn't believe me. They brushed it off. Wanted to increase my meds once again, but I believe it happened for real. Because I woke up, I was screaming, and my company said they couldn't hear me at all. Very weird, isn't it? But this happened for real. This is Brillancefasho signing out. Thanks for listening to my story, my true story.